Hello everyone. So today we are here on one more episode of KAFI with Karan. And today we have one more personality and she is none other than CFP Ishani Shah. Now when I say CFP, it means Certified Financial Planner. Hello ma'am, how are you?
I'm great, Karan. How are you?
Thank you so much.
Thank you for calling me here.
It is great to have personalities like you here on Kafi with Karan because my students get to learn a lot from you all people, and it is always a pleasure inviting people like you. And ma'am is very good in financial planning. So many students they keep asking me questions that at the age of 18, 19, 20, okay, they want to invest into SIPs and mutual funds. Yeah. So today the crowd has become like that. They right from the early age they want to invest in stock markets. So could you please guide them today with the kind of questions that I'll be posting?
Sure, Karan. I'll be glad to do that.
Okay, so let us begin with the first question on Kafi with Karan to CFP Ishani Shah, who is a certified financial planner. Ma'am, by the way, when did you complete your financial planning course?
I finished in 2020.
2020. So it's been almost 5 years now.
5 years.
It is almost 5 years. So since then you are into financial planning.
Yes. So I was in this industry even before that. I
Okay.
started my journey in 2018.
Okay.
I started my firm in 2018. In 2020, I did my financial planning course.
Okay.
And then since 22, I'm even a faculty.
You're even a faculty. Oh,
Yes,
so you're
I'm
teaching financial planning.
I'm teaching CFP finance at various institutes in
Okay.
Mumbai.
Okay.
So I meet a lot of students who
Correct.
are of the age of 18 also, and there are such passionate people, Karan, at the age of 70 also they want to learn.
Oh, at the age of 70 they want to learn financial planning. Okay, wow. So I think without wasting much time, let us question ma'am how she will, answer to my questions and how students will get to learn a lot of things from her. So ma'am, my first question to you is that many of my CA and CS students are already doing CA CS qualifications. Okay, they are already into this coaching. But the point is that even after doing these courses, now they want to do some dual qualification. They want to do something extra, okay? And there is always a fear factor in mind that what if I don't clear CA? Of course, CA is a tough course, you can't deny that. CS is a tough course. Sometimes the results are in single digit also. So if they want to keep financial planning as a backup option, okay, would you suggest them as a certified financial planner, and how did you start your journey into financial planning?
Karan. The generation now is so proactive.
Yeah.
I started CA. Will you know that? I started CA 10 years back. I
Oh.
completed 3 years of articleship.
Okay.
And since then, due to some reason, I was not able to complete it.
Okay.
I started my financial planning journey, started my own firm, and students now want to do this in advance.
Okay.
They're like, I'm doing CA, I want to do something else. I have seen so many students of my own who are doing CA or CS, along with that, they're doing CFP.
Okay.
Why they are doing it? I'll tell you very simple. CA, you are learning how to make a PNL, how to make a balance sheet,
Correct.
how to manage cash flows,
Hmm.
how to make your business profitable.
Okay.
What is personal finance? You
Personal
are bringing
finance.
home at X amount.
Yeah.
This is your home expense.
Okay.
Then you have to pay for insurance. You have to
Okay.
pay for children education
Correct.
and plan vacations and for your retirement.
Correct. Correct.
That is what
Absolutely.
personal finance is.
Yeah.
How you manage your investments
Hmm.
and make sure that that money stays for your future cash flow,
Okay.
for your retirement, for your
Okay.
vacations, for your children goals.
All right.
Now, how is it a good combination? I say it's a complete circle. Finance sector, every now and then you see so many good news about banking sector doing quarterly returns are so good.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
the evergreen sector.
Okay.
So I would say you have knowledge about taxations,
Hmm.
audits.
Hmm.
Now, personal finance means you are advising your client
Correct.
how to do the right investment,
Okay.
where to put the right money,
Hmm.
how to put in the right assets.
Okay. How to put in the right
Tell
assets,
me
where to
something.
invest.
Yes,
Yeah.
tell me something. Where did our parents used to invest?
Mostly in banks,
FDs,
FDs, yeah.
LICs.
LIC, yeah.
That is how it used to be.
Ah.
Now the generation is not that.
Yeah.
We are so well informed.
Yeah.
So if you, and one thing is you have the knowledge,
Yeah.
but you don't have time to do that.
Do that.
So you
Correct.
need somebody who's a CFP.
Hmm.
Somebody
CFP.
who can look at your portfolio day in, day out, give you the right advice
Okay.
when to move your assets from debt to equity or to gold. You know what
Okay.
the gold prices are.
Okay.
1 lakh.
10 grams, 1 lakh rupees.
So it's the right time.
So basically, you act like a portfolio manager.
Yes.
Okay. So what ma'am has to say that just like how you manage your personal finances, a certified financial planner also manages your personal wealth. So if you are into stock markets and if you don't know how to invest in stock markets, then the financial planner can be a better option, and you can always take advice from ma'am also. The number is already flashing on your screen. So you can take her advice as well, and plus you can also start learning financial planning, certified financial planning. Ma'am, this course is done in India or is it done outside India?
It's done in India. So it's FPSB Financial Planning Standard Board of USA, from which we are affiliated, but we have a setup in India.
Okay, so there is a setup of the Financial Planning Standard Board in India also, and if a student wants to register for this course,
yes, it's very much similar to how CFA examinations
okay,
are.
how CFA examinations are there, ACCA, CFA, similarly, certified financial
do
planner.
this from India.
Okay, got it, ma'am, got it. So basically, many of my CA students want to do dual qualification. So I feel that after listening to what ma'am has told, there will be some spark in you and some inclination for doing financial planning.
And I'll
Very
tell you,
nice.
as an industry, if you have knowledge about investments, plus you are a CACS, your qualification stands out if you have to go for
out
a
of
job.
the box qualification.
If you have to go for a job, banks,
Yeah.
mutual fund companies, all of them will be easily ready to check you out.
Correct. Very nice. Superb, ma'am. Ma'am, next question, if I can pose to you, that how did you start your firm called Core Investments? So, ma'am has her own firm called Core Investments by the name of Core Investments, and I would be, I was just shocked to see this, that she has already created a portfolio of 170 clients. Ma'am, you should give me a high five for this. Oh, fantastic. Okay, 170 clients means it's incredible, and that also in a period of 4 to 5 years post her qualification. Okay, so 170 clients is that first thing. Second thing is, ma'am, we are very desperate. All the students are very desperate to know about this. That what is the asset size that you currently manage? So what is the AUM for you current AUM?
Currently, I'm handling around 200 plus clients.
Okay, 200 plus clients. Okay,
and
superb.
The average AUM is around 20 crores.
Average asset under management is around 20 crores. Oh my god, I think nobody, even after doing CA, can manage so many assets in the initial years of CA. Of course, we keep meeting so many students. Of course, CAs are also very good, but then initially, such fast, you can get so many clients. It's incredible. Yes, ma'am, please continue.
So, when I started my firm, Core Investment, I came with a basket of knowledge. I had
basket of knowledge is important before you manage the basket of shares,
portfolios, clients.
Yeah.
So I had 3 years articleship, so taxation, audits, managing clients, client relationship.
Client relationship is very important.
Communication.
I keep telling them, client relationship is very important. You should start managing your clients now only. Talk to the people.
Yes.
Build up clients.
Communication skill is very
communication
important.
skills are very important.
So 3 years of articleship, 2 years I worked at a IT company as accounts and finance executive.
Okay.
So from there I brought all my finance knowledge. Interest, started my firm. Then in 2 years, so initial 2 years are the most important years for any firm.
Absolutely. So gestation period.
Yeah, and you don't have to look at your revenue in that period. I was doing a lot of investor awareness programs. I have taken so many workshops. Back then Zoom was not the thing. Now it is Zoom. I used to go to the workshops. Every offices, corporates and all. And taken so many workshops for smaller groups.
Taking workshops is important. Having basket of knowledge is important. Meeting people is important. Good communication skills are important. It's not the cup of everybody's tea to become a financial planner, and that also a solid financial planner having 200 plus clients is not so easy. Yes, very nice.
So that is how we gained initial trust, confidence in our
Of course,
clients.
winning trust of the client is very
It's
important.
very important. So initial 2-3 years we were just doing that.
Okay.
And slowly, when I did good for those clients, 2020 was a very turning point, honestly.
It was a turnaround year. Yeah,
completely. And the advisors we gave and the returns they saw in just 1 year's time, they made us, they got the confidence. And then they started referring us left, right, center. Today we have pan-India presence. We have NRIs.
I'm also coming to you now.
So we have pan-India presence. You won't believe, Karan, there are so many clients who've never even met me once.
Okay.
But they trust me with their portfolios. Because that is the word of mouth.
Yeah, so creating client trust is more important. And that's how you, and generating returns for the client is very important. That's how the trust gets built up. Okay, very nice. So, do you have to register yourself with SEBI or something to do certified financial planning?
I am registered with FPSB and we have our annual renewal that we have to do just like CA.
Just like CA, COP. Correct.
Yeah, and we are, apart from that, we are registered with mutual fund distributions.
Okay.
So, we have to renew our certificates over there.
Okay.
With insurance industry, we have to renew our certificates.
Fair enough.
So, all of that keeps happening. Everything.
So, every year renewal you have to do with your concerned authority.
Yes.
Yeah, your concerned authority.
A lot of certification regulations we have to follow, compliance.
Okay, very nice, ma'am. So basically, if you want to maintain a good client portfolio, you need to start building trust. That is the bottom line. And if you strictly follow that, then clients will just keep on coming, generate some returns for the client. Very nice, ma'am. Ma'am, I have another question to ask you. That can you throw some light on what is wealth management? Like my students want to know. They're always curious about all these things. So what is wealth management and how much SIP, systematic investment plans, can these young kids like 18, 19 years of age, 20 years of age, they can do into the mutual fund industry? Like, if they want to do some SIP. Right. So there are two questions I'm posting you simultaneously. One is wealth management. What is wealth management and what is SIPs? And how much SIPs these kids can do?
Okay, sure. Yeah. So tell me something. When a client comes to me, we discuss what is their net worth, and how are their assets, how are their liabilities.
Correct.
And what is their net worth.
Correct.
You know this language.
Correct.
So it's very simple. If my client's net worth is 1 crore, my goal is to make them reach 10 crores.
Oh, 1 crore for 10 crore. Very nice.
So that's the first goal. For that, we will first and foremost see what liabilities they have. If he's the sole breadwinner in the family,
correct,
it's the most riskiest thing
to do. Yeah,
his parents must be dependent on him.
Correct.
His child's spouse.
Yeah,
so many risks. First and foremost is insurance.
Yeah,
managing the risk. He has to have sufficient insurance for each and every member in the family.
Okay.
If you see my website, I have done such detailed calculators that if you are living in a metro, how much health insurance you should have.
Correct.
How much life insurance you should have. A very detailed calculator for how much you should invest for your child's higher education or marriage.
Correct.
So that all you can see on my website. Now that is.
Can you tell me the name of your website?
So it's coreinvestment.co.in.
Okay. Coreinvestments.co.in.
Yes. So that is one thing. All the calculators on my website itself, you'll even find I've made one questionnaire. By which you will be able to understand what is your risk profile.
Correct.
I am an aggressive investor because I'm not the sole breadwinner, but maybe you are a sole breadwinner.
Correct.
So you cannot invest 100% equity the way I can.
You can invest.
So you have to take up that questionnaire by which you will understand what is your risk appetite.
Yeah.
It will give you an asset allocation, how much you should invest in equity, how much you should invest.
So understand your risk appetite, and it will give you a proper asset allocation. What percentage of your wealth you should put into equity, what you should put into other segments.
Correct. So once that is done, now you have to just decide SIP.
Okay, SIP.
Now for SIP, I give a simple rule to my clients. 1/3 of your income you should target as investment. So if you are getting 1 lakh a month, 30,000 should be your SIP.
SIP. 30,000 should be your investment. So if you are earning a stipend of 15,000 rupees a month, then 5,000 rupees should be your SIP. That is what ma'am has to say.
That is one thing. Now somebody, if some because of course my business doesn't only cater with HNIs.
Correct.
I have to help even my house help, even my sweeper. My sweeper almost cried in front of me that madam, पूरी life में मैंने 1,000 रुपए का investment नहीं किया था before I met you.
Okay.
So to him I gave only one simple question.
Okay.
Per day, how much do you spend? He said X amount.
Okay.
मैं बोला तो 50 रुपए हर दिन invest कर सकते हो ना? That is how he started investing 1500 rupees a month.
So as low as 1500 rupees a month also can be invested in SIP.
That nobody had ever thought about. Can you invest in stocks with 1500 rupees?
Very difficult, rare.
I mean, you can, but
Yeah,
maybe
you can,
one
but
stock.
penny stocks.
One stock. What returns you will see?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
mutual fund is a beautiful industry.
Mutual fund, okay.
1500, 2000 or SIP. Whenever you are in an article, you start at 2000 rupee SIP. Let's say. Start investing it for 15 years. Do it continuously, discipline.
Okay.
You'll see 1 crore.
Okay. 1 crore in how many years?
15 years.
15 to 20 years.
Aram se
Okay.
hoga.
Okay.
But that discipline is important.
Discipline is important.
And another important rule here, Karan, is
Ah,
triggers.
triggers.
When your income grows, your SIP has to grow.
Oh, good rule. This is a good rule.
But expense to बढ़ने ही वाला है.
yeah, SIP is directly proportional to the income.
So keep a trigger. Compulsory 10% trigger.
Okay.
Because उतना तो income उतना
Good to learn.
बढ़ता ही है.
Hmm.
10% trigger is the minimum that you can set.
Okay, got it, ma'am. So 1/3 of your income you have to invest into SIPs to ensure that once you cross around 15 to 20 years, you have 1 CR in your account.
Definitely. And of
Yes,
course,
ma'am.
it will be more only. Definitely,
It
because
will be more only.
your income is gonna grow. You're
Yeah.
gonna become CAs.
Yeah.
So of
Power
course,
of compounding.
compounding is wonder.
Yeah.
Beautiful. You should just use those calculators on my website. You'll
Okay.
see how compounding works.
Okay.
And map each and every goal. You want to buy a home, car, use that calculator. It will tell you how much SIP to begin for that.
Okay. So to buy a car also first you should calculate your SIPs.
Yes. Just go through it. Each and every goal that and you can think about is on that
Oh,
website.
very nice. Good, ma'am. Very nice. Good answers, and we are really appreciating your answers, and we are really liking it. You know, it's all knowledgeable. So you have the basket of knowledge, and now you are throwing some, basket on us also. Very nice. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Next question. We want to listen from you. We always say that. You need a lot of knowledge about finance to do to be a certified financial planner, and you need to be good in finance. Apart from finance, do you need to have knowledge of any other subjects? Like in our case, like we are CA from the CA background, so we need to know taxation, we need to know auditing, law. So are those subjects also required in financial planning?
Definitely. So taxation is a very big thing. You need to know, be updated with the taxation, capital gains change hua, slab rates change hua, old and new regime. So of course you have to help your clients save money.
Correct.
Save taxes.
Yeah, tax planning.
When that happens, tax plan is done. Your client will come to you only for investment.
Absolutely.
And that will help your client grow their money, goals, etc. So taxation, very important. Apart from that, do you know how many percentage of Indians actually make a will?
Very few. Maybe I have no idea about it.
The last statistics I saw was less than 1%.
So less than 1% make will.
Will.
But we teach will in our drafting, to CS students. I've taught them so many wills.
And you know how many lawsuits in India are actually disputes, family disputes? More than 75%.
More than 75% family disputes are going on, lawsuits are going on.
Yeah.
And less than 1% of the people are making will. So this is the updated information coming. Please note this down. And
if you want to become a CFP, it's not as simple as एक SIP दे दिया client को.
Okay.
You have to go through the client's portfolio. Every 6 months. Markets are correcting. You have to take timely actions. Change the allocations. All of that is important. So
correct.
And more than anything, you have to have that good communication skill.
Good communication skills.
Because when the markets will be volatile, your client will be like, stop all this.
So then you need to convince the client.
You have to make sense because you are the boss here. You know finance better. You know markets better. Clients are emotional. So you have to understand client psychology.
Psychology, yeah.
How?
So you mean to say that apart from finance background, you should have knowledge of taxation. You should have knowledge of law to understand wills, compliances,
SEBI
compliances, good communication skills, good psychological skills also are important to convince the client when he is so aggressive.
Exactly. Yeah. The client psychology is the most important. To get a conservative client who's always been investing in FDs or post office, to bring that client from that conservative background to a balanced background.
Balanced background, yeah.
I'm not saying everybody is meant for equity. You have to take it slowly, but that client psychology is important.
Correct, ma'am. Correct. Yeah, so client psychology is very important. You need to convince the client. You should know how to convince the client. Okay, only knowing finance is not important here, but you need to have the knowledge of overall, laws, regulations, and taxation, and most importantly, good communication. Stay updated.
All the compliance.
Yeah, and good communication skills are important. So you can convince your clients. Very nice, ma'am. Very nice. Super. Very good, ma'am. So basically, this is what she has to say, that apart from finance, you need to know other things also. Ma'am, my next question to you is that there are many people who are not able to get clients in India. How did you tap NRI clients? Okay, this is something interesting I wanted to ask, that people can't get clients in India in financial management. How did you get NRI clients? So, please throw some light on this.
So it all goes back to the first 2 years.
Okay.
The years where I worked badly on creating the trust.
Okay.
The free workshops, enlightening the clients, all the calculators that I made on the website.
Okay.
I used to do 101 with each client.
Okay, yes.
So if I do good for you, Karan, won't you suggest to your brother?
Definitely.
Your cousin, Kaka, Chacha who stays US.
Correct.
But Chacha ji, what balance investments you've kept in India? Let's meet my financial planner.
Okay.
She'll give you a good guidance.
Correct.
With that, of course, I had to update my knowledge.
Yes.
Double taxation agreements.
DDAA.
All of that I had to update myself. Stay updated even now.
Okay.
FEMA, repatriation laws.
FEMA.
All of that, along with helping the client achieve their goals. So NRI clients, they are very honest clients. They are not running behind returns.
Correct.
They want somebody to genuinely take care of their investments, because they know one fine day, whenever they want to leave that country and come back here, they have a backup here.
Okay, they have a backup, correct.
So it's just that they don't want extraordinary returns.
Okay.
They are happy because they are content, their lifestyle there is good enough.
Okay.
They want somebody to just take care of the legality, the taxations, the TDS, etc. So it is a very good basket when you are a CA, CS, plus you are into this industry.
Yeah, so it's a very good basket when you are a CA, CS, and plus now you should become a certified financial planner. Okay, so taking that as a dual qualification would always help you.
Yes.
Very nice, ma'am. Fantastic. Ma'am, this is the final question I wanted to pose to you, that currently we see there is a big US financial turmoil going on, okay?
Yes.
And stock markets, one day they are very high, on the next day they are in the red color. So in this kind of scenario, in this kind of turmoil which is happening all around the world, not only in India, how would you still have a concrete view on financial planning? Like, why would you still say that financial planning is a robust tool in this kind of scenario?
I'll tell you why. Because you're not just investing in equity markets.
Okay.
You have a good diversification.
Okay.
You're not only investing in domestic markets, you're even investing in international markets.
Diversification is what she means to say.
You're not only investing in equity, but you're also investing in gold and silver.
Gold and silver, correct.
And of course, you have a good allocation in debt, FD le lo, post office le lo, whatever. You have a balanced portfolio. So a balanced portfolio can see good times always.
Okay, balanced portfolio, diversified portfolio. So she means to say that even if the markets are in the red color, but still not all of the securities would be giving you negative returns.
My equity portfolio is negative, but see my gold portfolio.
Gold portfolio may be positive,
Look at this. This current market, we call it as a double bottom.
Okay, it's a double bottom, correct. So it's a technical terminology.
It's an amazing time. The last time when we saw something like this was 2020, COVID.
COVID. Markets
Before that, we saw in 2008.
2008, correct.
Before that, we saw an IT bubble. Early 2000s.
Yeah.
All of these periods, whenever there was a great sharp fall in the markets,
yes,
the next 3 years you see.
Yeah, it was a boom.
And tell me something, when apples are cheap, you will want to eat more, you will want to buy more.
Correct.
So this is a golden opportunity. Why stop your SIPs?
Yeah.
You are getting more number of units for the same price.
Same price. So don't stop your SIPs, don't stop investing, because if apples are cheaper, then you would want to eat more of the apples. Okay, apple will still taste like apple only. So you don't have to go to the doctor then.
Yeah. So
yeah.
amazing time period right now. It's a golden opportunity. In fact, the day when the markets fell 3,000 points
Correct.
last week,
Correct.
and I did not get a single call from my clients that I want to withdraw my money. I don't know what is going to happen with the Trump tariffs and all. 256% on China, India
Yeah.
ka kya hoga? Not a single client call.
Yeah.
Because all my clients since day one knows
Okay.
that my investments are safe.
Okay.
Because my investment is diversified.
Diversification is the key. Risk reduction.
It's a very big key. And now is the time. In fact, I got calls that I have 20 lakhs more. Where do I invest?
In fact, she got more calls that they have some surplus funds. So now where they want to invest in this falling market. So falling market is a good opportunity for the upcoming investors. Very nice, man.
Right. So don't stop your investments in this period.
Okay.
Karan, don't stop yours also.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I would follow your advice, and hopefully, I also should become one of your clients for investments.
Definitely.
And it is very nice talking to you, ma'am. We got to learn a lot of things from you, and especially finance, which is the choice of many professionals who are aspiring to become CA, CS. And now you should also do courses like certified financial planning, which can act as a double qualification.
In India, there's so much demand for CFPs.
Yeah, so much
There
demand
are
for
not
CFPs.
so many CFPs in India.
How many are there
There's
currently?
around 3,600 CFPs.
3,600 only. So India
For
is a
a
huge country.
population like
Look at the
ours.
population. Yeah,
So
so 3,600
there's a huge demand.
CFPs. So it's an untouched market. So you should always take the advantage of these type of courses also. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Very nice talking to you on Coffee with Karan, and hopefully we got to learn a lot of things from you, and hopefully my students will also appreciate your efforts in explaining all these things in so much of detail.
Definitely.
With examples, she has explained, just like a teacher explains in the class, and she's herself a teacher also in Mumbai. And thank you so much, and nice talking to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.